Good morning, sports fans. The minute I get excited about the G-Men, back down to earth they go. Win streak over. I'm going to blame it on quarterback Daniel Jones not being 100% off the bum hammy, or maybe I should simply just blame myself. A 26-7 loss to the Arizona Cardinals and former Fordham star Chase Edmonds is a reality check for Big Blue. They need more from Jones, and the margin of error is slim for a team built on defense. Jones fumbled 3 times and was sacked 6 times on Sunday.
Wasn't able to run like I normally am, but I felt good during the game, and I'm not sure it hampered too much. I was able to move around in the pocket and do what I needed to do throwing the ball. So I think got to do better with that stuff.
The G-Men welcome Cleveland this Sunday night at home. I expect Jones to start again. Hopefully he's back to his mobile self. Kickoff is 8:20 p.m. at MetLife Stadium. Meanwhile, the Jets look extremely battered mentally. They are 0-13 following Sunday's 40-3 loss in Seattle. They had absolutely nothing Sunday on the road. Here's head coach Adam Gase. He says Gang Green wasted opportunities.
Obviously we didn't play nearly good enough, especially early when, we had opportunities. They got away from us very quickly. And when you have chances against a team like this, you better take advantage of them.
Over in the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks are hoping to get off to super beginnings with the season looming. Nice start to the preseason for the two locals. Nets head coach Steve Nash talks about the importance of preseason unity as well as scheme and player combos from a coaching perspective.
The guys need to continually adapt to the demands. That's still really important with a short camp, 2 exhibition games, and then into a condensed regular season. That's pivotal for our long-term health and safety. So they need to play and to adapt to the rigors. They need cohesion. But then, obviously the priority for us is always going to be how we defend. So if we are continuing to build, give effort, buy-in, and connectivity at the defensive end, that's first and foremost. But a little bit of everything. We want to see how it goes, how it feels, how it looks. What combinations work well together, what rotations are possible, things like that.
The Nets face the Celtics in Boston today, while the Knicks are home to face Cleveland. New York native Obi Toppin has been all that and more in the preseason. On the baseball diamond, the Mets are making moves daily. The Amazons introduced new general manager Jared Porter this week. The 41-year-old spent the past 4 seasons with the Arizona Diamondbacks as the club's senior vice president and director of professional scouting. He's got some resume. In his first year with the Boston Red Sox in 2004, he won the World Series. Over the ensuing 12 seasons, he won 3 more with Boston and the Chicago Cubs, earning 4 rings that he keeps locked away as reminders of what it takes to win it all.
Jared expressed how important it was to bring talent into the organization. Not only player talent, but front office talent across the board. Utilizing that talent in a culture that gets the best out of everyone, not only the players, but the coaches and across the board.
Porter is focused on building a team to be reckoned with in the National League East. He says the Mets are looking for the right players to execute.
It's really important to create a situation where you're a really hard team to play against. You're hard to game plan against in all areas. Over the course of 162 games, a lot comes up. There's ups, there's downs, there's players go into slumps, pitchers get hurt, whatever it might be, and having a setup where it's really hard for teams to prepare against you because you have a good layer of players coming behind them is critical. So I think that's something we can attack right away. That's a huge part of it. And then, the cultural part's big too. It's important to start to build a winning culture.
The first major free agency addition comes behind the plate. The Mets officially announced that they have signed catcher James McCann to a 4-year deal worth $40.6 million and a $600,000 signing bonus. McCann hit .276 with 25 homers, 29 doubles, and 3.8 wins above replacement after joining the Chicago White Sox in 2019. He had 7 homers and a .289 batting average this past COVID-19 reduced season. The Yankees, too, are working on their offseason, which includes bringing back free agent DJ LeMahieu. We caught up with manager Aaron Boone this week during baseball's winter meetings, now virtual like pretty much everything else.
There's not much more to say about DJ other than, I think if we look over 2019 through 2020 and did a 2-year MVP in the American League, it's probably him. So his play, completely speaks for itself, and then you couple the fact that, he's this really great teammate that's been, despite his quiet reputation, a tremendous leader for us and an influential just person by the way he goes about things. So, I think it's no secret that he is, probably our number one priority to bring back this winter. And I know Cash is, working on that, and hopefully at the end of all this, DJ's a Yankee for a long time.
The Bronx Bombers appear on track for a second crack at the Field of Dreams. The 2020 matchup was postponed due to COVID-19. Major League Baseball announces the Field of Dreams game featuring the Chicago White Sox and the Yankees. It is tentatively rescheduled for August 12, 2021 at the Dyersville, Iowa site that hosted the film of the same name. Really excited for this one. I hope that we get to see that in 2021 with fans at it too. Maybe we will with the advancements that we are seeing in medicine this month. Time for some quick hitters. Speaking of medicine, Hackensack Meriden Health and Cooper University Healthcare in Camden, New Jersey gave out the first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine Tuesday morning. NFL Hall of Famer and former New York Giant Harry Carson was on hand. The Hall of Fame linebacker used to chase opponents down on the gridiron. Now he's helping our local communities chase down a cure for COVID-19. Really excited to see that too. COVID-19 is certainly making scheduling difficult for college basketball. Locally, the Fordham men's basketball team has yet to play a game this season. Saturday's home and season opener is nixed. The Rams have had the first 5 games of the season canceled due to the virus. The Fordham women's team has only played 2 games to date, too. Manhattan men's basketball will welcome Marist Saturday and Sunday to Riverdale. The Jaspers are 1-1 to start the season on the men's side. The women's program is 2-1 and will welcome Quinnipiac for back-to-back today and tomorrow. And for our hoops junkies here in the Tri-State, keep an eye on the UConn women's basketball team, too. They have some recruiting class and should very much be in the thick of things again this year. And on a final sports roundup note, Cleveland's Major League Baseball team announces it will drop the Indians nickname in place for more than a century to unify their community, a decision quickly praised by Native American groups. The name change will go into effect in 2022. Cleveland likely will go with a non-Native American nickname for the baseball team. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for what I am most excited to see this winter from the NBA hardwood. On Monday's show, I mentioned how I believe Obi Toppin will be the NBA's Rookie of the Year. I am beyond pumped to watch him play for the Knicks. But as big a fan as I am, I must admit I am most excited to see what unfolds in Brooklyn. Toppin is a piece for the Knicks and hopefully a step in the right direction. But the Nets are truly knocking on what should be either the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals. That will be tied to the pairing of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Those two are what I am most excited to see this upcoming NBA season. It's been nearly a year and a half since the two superstars both signed with Brooklyn, a move that promised to reset the balance of power in the NBA's Eastern Conference. But with KD recovering from a ruptured Achilles tendon, it wasn't until this past week that basketball fans finally got to see the two stars on the same court at the same time. Durant and Irving both look sharp in the preseason, but there are still plenty of question marks about how they will coexist together. Mix in first-time head coach Steve Nash, and it's clear the season in Brooklyn will be anything but boring. What are you most excited to see this upcoming NBA season? Hit me up on socials and let me know. Don't forget to tune in on Monday morning's Open. We'll have more on the NBA with Slam's Franklin Kaye. That's your look at sports. I'm Bobby C. Happy birthday, Rena. More Open back after this.
Do it. Anyone can pull it off. It'll be LeBron, but they're going to have to get creative and be very careful with, how they manage minutes and all of that, especially on back-to-back. So It's going to be exciting, man. Just, there's just so much